Hello, good morning, and welcome to Life Coach Corner. Life Coaching Think Talk. Life Coach Corner. Oh, mamaya pa yon. Coaching Think Talk. I am Life Coach Shaun from Pasig, the man from Pasig City, from Life Coach Philippines, and this is coaching for workforce management. And this coaching conversation are for leaders in the workplace or in the workforce who wants to help their teams to provide be inspired and motivated to perform at work. And my mission is to provide coaching and training services to the workplace. And I help organizations create a mentally fit environment at work so that the workforce can stay inspired to live a meaningful and fulfilling life. Thank you for joining me live today. And please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are presently coming from today. Asan po ba kayo ngayon? Where are you at this wonderful Monday morning? Please do tag your friends, circulate this video, and help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing to you this session. You may also give a shout out to people you want to greet and reach out. Give them some inspiring message out there. Let's inspire them a little bit on this Monday. Some people, during Mondays would not be in a space where they want the Monday. It's a lot of work and so on. We can just change that a little bit, and we can see Monday in a different perspective and an opportunity for us to be better, to do things that we haven't done before, we haven't tried before, and it's something that can change the way that we see our future. If you are watching this on a replay, please do comment #replay. I am streaming by a FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI-Connect. If you are new to the platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. All right? Thank you very much for this wonderful morning. I'm going to talk about my segment is coaching for workforce management. And today I'm going to talk about learning to lead a diverse workforce, especially during these times when there's going to be a lot of transitions. You're going to see a lot of different age groups in the workforce. And maybe you're a leader, you've been recently promoted, and you are someone who you have millennials, you have baby boomers, and have different people in there. The question is, how are you going to manage these people? How are you going to manage them so that they're consistently inspired, they're consistently motivated for them to do the work? Because right now, with the change in the pandemic, with the times, and you have a lot of people who are working from home, it's a challenge for us to manage remote workforce. And what I'm going to share to you is something that would help you move forward and manage and monitor your people, and also empower your people to be a lot better than before. All right, let me just fix my camera in there. It's falling. All right, I'm back. We're live. So there you go. Before I begin, I would just briefly introduce myself. I am Life Coach Shaun, professional actively co-create life coach, and I'm also a certified mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. And before I went into life coaching, I was a workforce management professional. And workforce management professional, what we do is we put the right people at the right place at the right time doing the right thing. So it's an art and a science. It's an art because you need your gut in there to manage and make sure that you're able to forecasting, planning, and scheduling well and implementing the plans on the day-to-day perspective. And it's a science because it needs mathematical, you need to calculate it. You need to have Erlang. We use Erlang to calculate the flow of traffic so that we know how many people we need at a certain interval in time. And that is what I do for the last 14 years. And I am a father. I was a father when I was 19 years old. I was a director when I was 35 years old. And I became a full-time life coach when I got 35 years old. Yeah, when I was 35 years old. And started early on as a father when I was 19. Have two kids right now, age 19 and 16 years old. My son is having his birthday next month. I'm very excited for him. And, this has been my journey for the last 14 years in the workforce management profession as a workforce management professional. And some of the things that I do is really in a planning, scheduling, forecasting, and real-time implementation. It's totality of managing the workforce from agents, from the leaders, from my staff, and also with the clients. And my focus is in the area of self leadership. And self leadership is our ability to be intentional in the way we feel, the way we think, and the way we respond. And intentionality means that you're intentional about the kind of experiences and the kind of relationship that you would want to create. Most of the time, what triggers our relationships are what our emotions is, and how we respond to different settings, different people, different situation. How do we respond to it emotionally? And that is what self-leadership is all about, is managing the output, managing your actions, managing your behavior, so that you won't go into a space where you might regret things in your life. I empower What I do as a life coach is I empower men to be mentally fit so that they can stay inspired to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. If we are consistently inspired to take action, to do the work, even though at times you feel that things are not working out for you, you still continue to excel the effort in there because you know the value of the goal that you're setting. And you know the value. When you're clear with your value, it makes the journey worthwhile. And what I do is I teach and coach people to live, to love, to learn, to laugh, and to leave a legacy. We need to start living our life right now. We need to stop living from the past in the future. We need to enjoy the present moment. You need to just focus on one thing at a time. We need to love. We need to start loving not just other people. You would say, Coach, I love my family, my children, my kids. Yeah, I'm not saying you don't, but how do you love yourself? Because how are you taking care of your health, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health, and emotional health? And these are the things that we need to start really paying attention on and putting on the oxygen mask on us first before others. And of course, to learn, what are the things that you are learning as of the moment? What are the things that you are developing? Maybe you're super successful in your career right now, and you ask yourself, what is next for me? Because I've achieved a lot of success in my career. I've grown, I've won a lot of these different things, but I feel that there's still something else that I need to do, and I'm not so sure what I can do next. And that is something that I help you. And also, of course, to laugh. As a man, we can be so serious at a lot of times that we forget about enjoying the life, right? Enjoying our kids, enjoying our family, enjoying other people in the space. And we need to start taking a look at getting out that humor in us. And lastly, to leave a legacy. What is a day to die for? What is a day to die for that we are sitting down in that chair, we're taking a look at things in total view and total perspective. You would say, God, I'm good. I can go home, and this is good for me. Done my mission. I've done my part, and I'm okay going home. That is the day to die for. So I would want for you to think of that. What is the kind of legacy you would want to leave behind? And I've been doing this coaching profession full time since I left the corporate world back in 2019, after 14 successful year in the call center industry, which landed me a workforce director role. And that has been my journey. 2 to 3 years getting promoted in the corporate world. Good in paper, but not good in your mental health. I tell you, if you are someone who wants to move up the corporate ladder, but you feel that things are not moving well, or things are moving well, but you're starting questioning if this is the work for you, let's have a conversation. Let me help you. The job that we do in the corporate world at times can take a toll on us if we don't have the proper support, like a coach in our camp. And if we're able to do that, we're able to be successful and manage all of the things that we're thinking. All right. These are all of the badges that I have. I'm so proud of it. I'm part of the Coach A Coaching Club, which is Master Coaches has helped us identify what is it that we need to do for us to be effective in our business and for us to be able to be an effective coach. And these are the things that we'll learn. I'm also part of Coach A Coaching Upskill Blueprint Circle. I am a community manager in there. And this is a paid membership group of Master Coach A, where we help people there with toolkits, learnings, in your professional and personal. These are the things that you do. I'm also a bronze badge mental model collector. So if you're new to mental model, this is something that I'll share to you a little bit later. I'm also a certified co-actively co-create professional life coach, and I'm also part of Life Coach Philippines as a community manager. I do talks in there every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and a lot of other coaches as well, who's serving you and teaching you life coaching tools and techniques so that you can utilize this. Plus, That is my logo, Life Coach Shaun Dioya. I've been doing guest work for some of the TV and radio shows that are focused towards personal development and the individuals. Uh, I've talked, shared to Cito Beltran, and Cito Beltran, you see the picture of Coach Tin in there, but I've also guest with her and with just myself, also with TB5, ABS-CBN, and Sakto. These are the things that I've been engaging on and sharing my insights as a life coach, professional life coach, and how we can serve the workforce and also serve individuals. In Facebook, you can follow me at Inspired Fidelity if you are a man and if you want to live at Inspired Fidelity. If you want to break free from the doubts, the guilt that you have in there, and you want to live the more meaningful and fulfilling life, follow me at Inspired Fidelity. And for those people in the workplace, if you are looking for learnings in the workforce on how you can level up your leadership, how you can be a better mentor, how can you be a better coach, and how to understand workforce management too, follow me at Life Coach Shaun Dioya. I post in there every week some learning, some nuggets, so that you can start doing that. And if you want to know more, just feel free to message me in my personal timeline, Shaun Chong Dioya. Follow me, just add me up, and let's stay connected. For regular shows, I'm also a part of Brewing Live at Decaf Copa Republic. Brewing Live has been so wonderful for us to help individuals understanding themselves, understanding mental models, and understanding the things that they need to do for them to be better. And I also have my segment, Coaching for Workforce Management, which is every Monday at 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. And also Coaching for Zen Parenting every Thursday at 10 a.m. So this Thursday, it's going to be something wonderful for sane parenting. There's going to be a change in my Thursday 10 a.m. talks. Stay tuned for Thursday. I'm gonna announce that on Thursday so that for September, it's gonna be a totally different package, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there. All right, thank you very much for joining me, Coach Maureen. My better half, of course, is there. Coach Sherry Minas, maraming salamat for joining. Coach Leonard, thank you very much for joining me, and Master Coach Jasmine, belated happy birthday, Master Coach Jasmine. Maraming po salamat for all of the things that you do. All right. So my question to you is, who is looking out for you? And who is looking out for you? Who is looking out when you are someone who's leading? Maybe you're an executive already. Maybe you're a CEO right now. Who is looking out for you? I'm going to share to you, my learnings in the Learning to Lead by Ron Williams. This is a book. If you're interested with this, you can read through it. It's Learning to Lead. And what he said is, no boss or mentor drove my success, although they did open doors for me. My success about through a combination of hard work, continual learning, fortunate career choices, and a bit of luck of being in the right place and the right time. And this is what Ron Williams said in his book, Learning to Lead. And I was reflecting on it and reading through it and taking a look at my career for 14 years in the call center industry, focusing on workforce management and how it gave me the success that the result that I have in my career. And that is the same experience, and that is the same similar thought process that I have, that is consistently putting in hard work in there, making sure that you're doing the right things at the right time, with the right people. And you're also continuously investing on your learning. Now, my learning in the corporate world is focused to March learning my skill, my technical skills, which is workforce management. And that has helped a lot. And also investing in relationship. This is something that has helped me propel my career towards moving up every 2 to 3 years. And career choices is so critical. When you are intentional about the kind of growth that you want, kind of experiences that you want, kind of relationship that you are, the choices that you're making puts a lot of emphasis towards what is the value that you're getting towards the goal. And of course, luck plays a big role in it, because luck for me is where the appointed time of God. I'm not a Christian, I'm a Catholic, and I don't do a Bible reading a lot. I'm not that type, but I believe in God. It is something that I believe on. And if I put things in perspective, God opens up the door for you when you are ready, when your heart is ready. Gives you that opportunity for you to be successful. And that is something that I've realized. But the question there is, if you reflect on it, and I'm sorry, my camera keeps on falling. If you reflect on it and you really ask yourself that question, how is it when you're achieving a lot of success in here, who is looking out for you, who is helping you towards getting better. You would say, my boss is the one looking out for me. But is your boss really intentional on guiding you, mentoring you, and coaching you towards becoming a better person, becoming a best version, achieving the goals, making sure that you're able to develop yourself and what have you. And by the way, uh, you know, one of the things that when I was reflecting on this topic, I've realized also the challenge that people have, specific on how they're being supported, and how people are taking, or how people are supporting you as an individual on making yourself or doing the things that you need to do, and also being a person which you invest in yourself and developing for you to get better. And these are something that we need to start learning, and we start identifying that who's looking out for you, who's helping you, who's making or being your accountability partner for you to be better. All right. And what I'm going to share to you in this morning, and so I'm going to share to you just 5 tips to learning to lead a diverse workforce. Now, you might be thinking that, hey, I'm an individual contributor and I don't feel that this is something that you need. Well, I tell you, just sit down there and relax. Listen to the 5 things, and I would tell you that you would be able to utilize this as an individual. If you're an individual contributor, you don't have the team managing yourself. Because again, my focus is in the area of self-leadership, and self-leadership starts from you on becoming a leader of yourself. So 5 tips to learning to lead a diverse workforce. Thank you, Coach Marife, for joining. Hello, Coach Lady Jan. Maraming salamat for joining you. Number 1, and number 1 is the single most important asset is you. So again, learning to lead a diverse workforce starts with you. The single most important asset you have is you, because the result is focusing on you so that you become better. Coach Vlad, hello. Thank you for joining me this wonderful morning. I'm blessed that you were able to watch me this morning, and kahit medyo challenged at times yung internet mo. Thank you. I hope you're doing well in there. See, a deep personal commitment to excellence in everything you do is something that we need to continuously strive for. A commitment to continual improvement. These are the 2 things that we need to invest our time on, because you are the asset. You are the person that will lead people. You are the one that will put all of the effort, you'll put all of your skills, knowledge, expertise in there, so that you continuously lead the workforce. Hello, Coach Marky. Thank you for joining me this morning. Maraming salamat for joining me. I hope you're well in there as well. These are the 2 things that we need to have an investment on when you want to level up yourself, because you are the asset. You need to take care of yourself. And in the book, he encouraged us to strive to become, drum roll please, just 15% better a year in concrete, actionable goals. So if you want to become better every single year, just put in there 15% improvement better in a concrete, actionable goal. Now, for me, what I did here is just 1% every month. Just improve yourself 1% every month, and eventually that compounds in a year, 12% improvement. Or if you want to do that, 1% improvement every day equates to 365% improvement in a year. So imagine that if you're really intentional about taking care of yourself, because you are the asset, you are the talent, you have the skill, you have everything, all of this, and it makes you more intentional about the things that you do. So imagine just one thing. Think about one thing that you can do every single day for the next 12 months. Every single day to you to be better. 1% lang. 1%. You don't need to complicate things. Just 1% that you need to focus on. We've been doing this mental model masterclass, and talks about the 10,000 times, experiment 10,000 times. Experiment 10,000 times. And if you're able to do that, I will tell you, even the 15%, you would be able to go over that if you want to. So how intentional are you thinking about things? How intentional about you doing things in different kind of ways? Intentionality, I'm not sure if Coach, I'm sorry about that. Coach, where is Coach Nord? I think Coach Nord is here. Yeah, Coach Nord talks about intentional living and really being intentional about what you're doing right now and what the kind of result and experiences that you have makes you the best asset. So focus on yourself. Don't focus first on other people, you know, your team, your spouse, your children, and so on. Ikaw muna, ikaw muna. Take your attention back to you and just, again, 15% a year, or if you're me, 1% improvement a day works a lot, right? If you want to be extraordinary, then you need to put the effort to be more than the average person. So take a look at an average person. What do they do? What actions do they give in? What effort do they put that in? Do better than them. Yun lang, just do better than them. Or in simplistic form, if what you were doing yesterday be that reference point, that's going to be your reference point. Do something better today that's different from yesterday. So that is number one, right? Number two, when people do or seem to get in your way, rather than finding blame, ayan, nangyari to sa workforce lagi, blame game. This is my experience in the call center industry. It's really about blame game and not taking accountability, which is so exhausting, by the way, because it's not helping the business grow better. Assume positive intent. Yan. When people are being in a space or finding in a space of blame, assume positive intent. At times, you can be triggered that people are blaming you for all of these things. You know, they're blaming me for these things and that things and so on. So you would wall up and you would stop, you know, doing the things that you need to do. So don't wall up. Assume positive intent of the conversation. So if someone is highlighting to you, giving you feedback, sometimes it can be criticism. Again, assume positive intent. Break the mental barriers of this feeling of being blamed. When you do, you allow yourself or you allow the person to question their assumptions. What we need to do as leaders, if we're, you know, learning how to lead people, is just remove the barriers of people that they feel that they are being blamed towards the actions that they do. When you're doing this, when you're breaking the mental barriers, you're allowing the individuals again to question their assumptions on how they see the things. You're also helping individual explore options that are unexplored. You know, you get to be more have a more sense of perspective. This is where life coaching really comes in and coaching comes in. You would also challenge the rules that they set for themselves that keep them stuck in a situation from achieving the goal. So again, change the way that you're able to do that is change the perspective of the individual, not to feel that they're being blamed during the conversation. When you're asking question, question should be enlightened, should enlighten the person, not to alert them. Again, when you ask question, the question needs to be enlightening, not threatening, not activating their fight or flight response. Allow them to speak their truth, then help them build from there. That is something that you do. Sabi ni Coach Marky, assume positive intent kahit it sounded negative. Yes, Coach Mark, assume, assume. O yan, assume positive intent. Because at times, the type of communication or the kind of communication is the one being triggered, but the intent of the person is different. Kasi tayo dun eh. Going back to us as self-leaders, we come into a perspective. Now, you feel you validated that the person is really, attacking you, or maybe the person is really finding fault in you, finding blame. Best way, have a conversation. What I feel conversation. I teach this assertiveness. If this is something that you want to learn, just search Life Coach Philippines, type assertiveness. We have a video here that teaches us assertiveness. So this is something that you can do this. All right. Number 3, yan, how to lead. Yan. How to lead a team. Yan. How to lead a diverse workforce. Number 3, avoid asking questions that starts with a why. Now, why do we need to avoid asking questions that starts with a why? Well, because, again, going back to number 2, it feels that the person is being blamed for the situation, for the problem, for the instance, for all of the things. Like, why did you do this? Like, what did I do, boss? What did I do, boss? Yan. It puts up the wall. Don't ask why question. Ask what, how, when, whom, where, avoid at all costs why. When are you gonna use the why question? When the person has already validated that what they're thinking about is true. Like, for example, the individual thought that, hey, this problem is not really my fault. It's not my fault. It's the fault of the individual. Then you would ask, okay, what made you feel that way? So, rather than asking them, why would you feel that way? Yeah, what made you feel that way? So, mas maganda yung approach, di ba? And this is something that you would do. Avoiding asking the why question. What you can do is start tracking them. Every conversation, be intentional. How many times have you asked why? Then when eventually you shift that, and asking the what question. All right, number 3. Number 4 is ask questions that lead people to think about the problems they face in a new way. When you're having conversation with someone, when you are a leader, even if you're not a leader, every one of us is a leader, by the way. Self-leadership. Yeah. Self-leader, then help them see things, see problems, see situations in a new way. Like asking questions. Asking questions provokes reflection. Yan. Thought-provoking question leads to reflection. And when you're reflecting from within. You're reflecting on the way that you respond to things. You're able to you communicate with other people, and the way that you start building relationship. So focus on allowing person to see things in a much broader perspective. I tell you, when you're able to practice this 5, it will change totally the way that you see the world and people see you as an individual. And last but not the least, what you need to do, what you need to learn to lead a diverse workforce, number 5, is learn strategic content. Learn strategic content. What you do is the 2 up and 2 down system. What you can do, Ron Williams talks about the model, which is called 2 up and 2 down system, in which you need to be paying close attention to the ideas, information. I'm just reading his notes, right? And concerns of people around you. Give special attention to those people who have different perspective of different location and organizations hierarchy. The key to leadership success is learn strategic content. When I talk about content here, the content of your 2 ups. For example, you are a manager, you talk to your director and your BP, or kung wala kang BP, maybe it's a CEO, whoever is up the line, have a conversation with them. Get their insights, get their information, get their ideas, get their concerns. Take a look at it and help this, because when you're able to have an understanding here, you're able to have a conversation and you're able to lead your bosses up there. So 2 ups, pataas. Then, of course, 2 downs. Have a conversation with your supervisor. Have a conversation with your frontline staff. If you are a BP, if you are a director, I do skip level. Do skip level. That's a 2 down. Do that. If you can skip more, the better. Have interactions. Give special attention to those people around you. Have a conversation. Don't make relationship transactional. Transactional is someone connects with you, asks you to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you're able to send it and that's done, make it relational, have deep conversation and understanding. All right. So again, quick recap: 5 tips on learning to lead a diverse workforce. Number 1 is the single most important asset you have is you. Number 2 is when people do or seem to get in your way, rather than finding blame, assume positive intent. Number 3 is avoid asking questions that starts with a why. Ask questions that lead people to think about the problem they face in a new way. Number 4. And lastly, learn strategic content. And if you are able to connect with this, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I would be happy to talk to you about this. And now you can utilize this on your day-to-day activities. And again, you don't need to lead teams. You can be an individual contributor, because I'm talking about self-leadership here. If you want to lead others, you need to first lead yourself. All right? So how to learn to lead? Of course, it's from the top down and to bottom, top to bottom. You are the top. Of course, you are self. You are the person that needs to be at the top of the chain, so that when you are aligned, you are calibrated, you are in synergy, things will go out where. Then start work on yourself, and eventually you go down to working on the other people, your team, other departments, and so on. Then eventually organization. Focus on the organization. Do not skip this. I would tell you, do not skip this, that you start start with leading others. Lead yourself first. Lead yourself first. Lead yourself first. And I tell you, it will go very well for you. It takes time. It's not an overnight thing. But as you continue to invest in yourself, better yet, invest on a coach would be, I would tell you, it will just change the way you see things. So sabi nga ni Coach Rizal, have a clear communication before deciding. Thank you, Coach Marky. I appreciate your feedback as well on seeing things in perspective. Kailangan talaga ng intentional. Coach Marky, I usually reflect after conversation, but usually I take it negatively. Pero ako sa intent, I guess it's how you receive it. Yes. It's really how you receive it. Thank you, Coach Marky. Yan, di ba, a breakthrough. It's a breakthrough. Yan, celebrate your win, Coach Marky. Thank you for being here. Learn from people around you and stand in the shoulder. Stand in the shoulder of the giants. Let me fix that para maganda. Stand in the shoulder of the giants. Yan. Learn from people around you and stand in the shoulder of the giants. I've learned this from Be Learning Society last Saturday. The stand in the shoulder of the giants. That everything that you do, utilize, take advantage. Sabi nga ni Master Coach, we are in an unfair advantage, and take advantage of the people around you, especially those people who are ahead of you. And this has worked for me so much in the corporate world, because what I did for me to strategize and make sure that I'm growing, I'm learning, I'm moving up the corporate world is to create relationship with people higher than me. Yung that three ups, di ba? Yung 3 ups ladder, I talked to, when I was a supervisor, I talked to managers and director. When I was a manager, I talked to directors and BPs. When I became a director, I talked to BPs, CEOs, and senior vice president. These are the things, the strategies that has really done well for me and has helped me propel the conversation. And when you're utilizing this, when you're learning from people and you're standing in the shoulder of these giants, because these are the giants already, they have established and so on, you are going to have you're making an intellectual progress. You're making an intellectual progress. You're progressing. You're getting better. You're moving farther. Because if you're gonna do it alone, you can, but that's gonna, it's gonna be longer. If you want to fast track it, take advantage of the people around you. If you're a life coach, take advantage of the other people, the other coaches, because they have gone ahead of you in their specific niches. There's no competition in life coaching. I tell you, that's the power of life coaching. That is what Master Coach has taught us, and has helped me in the workplace. It's helping me right now in life coaching, and has, changed the way and revolutionized the way that I see things and I see success. Thank you very much for joining me. I would like to invite you for coaching and mentoring workshop for leaders. This is going to be happening on September 9th at 7 p.m. on a Thursday. It's 100% free. If you are someone who is in need of calibration, needs clarity on when you're going to use coaching, when you're going to use mentoring. Because in the workplace, most often than not, my experience for the last 14 years, coaching and mentoring are being interchanged. I want to calibrate that, because coaching and mentoring are both super good, skills that you can utilize, but it needs to be, again, intentional on using it when you're going to use coaching, when you're going to use mentoring. And you're going to have some clarity in there as well to understand how you can switch between the two, so that your coachee or your mentee understand when you're coaching and when you're mentoring. Doesn't confuse their brain, doesn't confuse them as well when you support them, right? So join me. If you want to reserve a seat, just message me, Coach Shaun De Hoya, message Life Coach Philippines as well. Let's get connected so that you can reserve your seat. And this is something that would allow you to move forward. Coach Marky, hope you can join me on a coaching and mentoring workshop for leaders. Of course, the rest, maraming salamat. I know you will join me. Thank you for supporting me in my journey. As I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. If you are yet to be a smart holder of the Be Learning e-card and you are still missing on the perks that you enjoy, today is the best time for you to take action. Connect with Coach Rizal in there, Coach Rizal Sanchez. Belated happy birthday, Coach Rizal, 0917-586-1661, to join the Be Learning Society, the 10th maker of the Be Learning homes for mental fitness. Enjoy 5% this food and beverage orders and discount if you order at Cup Republic. You also get a mental model masterclass, which this Saturday we had the polymath mental model, and we're looking forward for the next. Sorry about that. My camera keeps on falling. And you also get a 90 Yeah, this would help you manage your or thoughts in have. How do you process things? And the mental model masterclass happen every third Sunday of the month. You get the benefits of the 90-minute free coaching session. And on September 18th, set the date, save the date. September 18th, that's going to be a Saturday at 7 p.m. Master Coach A will talk about the multiplier skills mental model. Ayan, multiplier skills mental model. Excited for that. Everyone of us has a skill. The question is how we're going to utilize it and take advantage of it intentionally so that we become successful. So register, connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661. Here in life coaching, there are three things that we help individuals and organization. We train, we coach, we build. And if it's something that you would want to do in your organization, if you want to awaken the sleeping giant in you, in your organization, feel free to connect with us. We're sharing in here. If you need training, workshops, seminars, in a coaching perspective, True Blue Coaching, this is the right place. Connect with us. And if you're looking for a mental health talk and increasing the soft skills, I'm sharing with you these three topics that would really, really benefit you, your organization. You just need to say yes to this. It's a 2-hour conversation. I tell you, Master Coach Jasmine has been running it for one organization three times. She ran it 3 times, and it's a powerful transformation. We offer this as a special rate. The original is 25K, but we will do an introductory offer only for 10,000 pesos. And sorry for the noise. 10,000 pesos. All right. For those individuals who want to become a certified life coach, Master Coach A now offers co-actively co-create life coach certification program. This is a most comprehensive approach to learning and mastering the life coaching skills to create new path so that result is achievable. Yan. So whatever happens, this is a 21-day, and I tell you, it's a wonderful journey. Got super tons of positive feedback on how they experience it. And also you have people who will support you in there, like the senior coaches. So it's a wonderful experience because you get to hear and listen to the experience as well of the other coaches. What you will get is a 21-day online learning journey, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and also a 3-day live business bootcamp if you are planning to monetize a profession. You can. This is possible. It's something you can do. Connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to know more about the opportunities that's awaiting for you during this for this profession. All right? Maraming salamat for joining me. Tune in later at 2 p.m. It's going to be coaching for healthy mind space. And at 4 p.m. it's going to be my better half, my suitable helper coaching for a relationship. Coach Tin, she's going to, both of them will be your speakers or your coaches for 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Again, Coaching Think Talk happens every day at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. So tune in there. If you have any questions, feel free to connect with me. Thank you for joining me for coaching for workforce management. Do connect with me. My number is in there, email in there, and I will see you again. Maraming salamat. In behalf of Life Coach Philippines, thank you very much for joining me. Once again, this is Life Coach Shaun Joya from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this, and this is us in the Philippines. And if you want a part of our tribe, come and join us. We would appreciate you. We need more coaches in there. Love, bam, boom. Thank you very much. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.